Hey, what's going on, guys? This is TerrenceRe. Got another stock market update for you. We've had got a little bit of excitement going on today. Got some market movement, and this has been a very eventful, past week. We're looking at the market right now. You got a VIX that is down 8% on the day. Right now it's right at 24. We got the S&P futures up about 58 handles. NASDAQ futures are up over 2%. So it's actually leading the way. The NASDAQ is. The Dow futures are the lowest of the bunch, right at 1% that they're up. And we got the Russell futures up about 1.5%, a little over. And what's quite telling today, we have the bonds are down. So we got bonds down. Oil is up. Oil has been getting killed lately. Oil is up 1.5% today with the market. And then we have gold, which is relatively flat. It's down about 0.5%. And so unless you've been hiding under a rock, you've seen that we've had some troubles with the banks, right? So the main one was SVB. And then that was the first bank. That was the one with the out in Silicon Valley. And then the next one was Signature Bank. And then it was Credit Suisse yesterday. And now today, maybe about 15, 20 minutes ago, I seen it come through. We got FRC Bank. And it says First Republic Bank is being saved. I'm on Twitter reading a post this is from Grit Capital. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and others are in talks to deposit $20 billion into FRC. Now let's pull up FRC. Now I'm really gonna be careful about what I say, just because like I don't know anything about this bank, but I'm looking at this chart. This look crazy. You guys looking at this? Just purely, like, if I just took this, like, it's halted again too. It was halted, and then it came off of being halted once the news broke. Now it's back being halted. It's looking at this stock. If I just looked at this chart, this is a monthly, so each candlestick is a month. It was up around 220 up here, and now you're down here. It looked like that $20. It looked like it touched at some point this month. Let's see. I'm gonna drop down to the daily. Yeah. So back on March 13th, it got down to look like $17, the low. So this right here is what's that low? Yeah, that's 1753. Um as far as trading it, or I stay away from it. Like, it's gaining momentum, it's accelerating to the downside. Like, me personally, I wouldn't want any parts of this trading wise. I don't know anything about the bank to give. I'm not gonna give any advice on what to do, with the bank. But I would, if I had to make a guess, we're gonna see some more of these, because more than likely these a lot of these banks were probably in the same type of trade that SVB were in, and you got to unwind that, you know. And if you've been watching the previous videos, you'll see that I've been talking about bonds and yields. And so what I want to show you, why you care on my channel, is because I'm giving you the charts. Everyone can say what they want to say. I'm gonna show you the setup. Now today I placed a trade in JP Morgan. And I'm going to go over this trade more in depth for the members. So anybody that joins to become a member, I'm going to do another video going into like training and teaching like this particular trade. This isn't like a novice trade. So I put on, when I come over here and I come to the trade tab, let's see. I came out like 36 days. And basically what I want to do, I'm not buying what they're selling at this point. I'm just being honest. I believe something else is looming larger in banking, which is why they're infusing cash into FRC. So it got to be something else, and they're trying to stabilize the banking industry. And I'm not buying it. So I want to be able to get paid on my bias, and I don't want to pay a whole lot for it. So I got a little creative, and I know you heard of iron condors, but I just did what they would call a condor. So instead of me being putting verticals on both sides on calls, on puts and calls, I just came to the put side, and I'm short around the 110 strike. Now let's go take a look at my chart and I'll show you why. That is a level down here that I have as far as where JP Morgan will get, that I think it will get to. I don't know for sure, but I'm willing to take a bet, a small bet, that it's going to make it down there. I paid $71 for the trade. And all I did was, let's go back to the trade tab. Okay, I sold the 105, sold the 115, and then I bought the 100 and bought the 120. So I made a condor like around this 110 strike. Now, if we go to the analysis tab to take a look at it, and I also, when I did this trade, I did screenshot my phone and I sent it to the community tab for the members to see, so you guys can see when I actually, put stuff on. That's a benefit for the people who join. So you can see the same way it looked on the option chain. This is how it looks right here. This is my profit area. And also, guys, I recommend, I use Tasty Trade to trade. So I advise other people to use them as well. I like the platform, and in my opinion, it's the best trading platform out, right? I do have a link down in the description if you want to use it, to sign up with them. Because of tools like this, I'm able to analyze my trade. Now, if this trade were to, I clicked on Theo spot price, because I'm on the curve view analyzing it. Now, let's say we get down to 110 today, right? I paid 71 bucks for it. Make it down to 110 today, I make 149 theoretically. So I'll be right around there. I double my money with that trade. That's if it does it today. Now, the key to this trade, what makes it so cool, is time is on my side. So let's go out to next Friday. Let's say it goes up some, oscillates a little bit, then it starts to come back down. Now, it don't have to get to 110. Now, it can come anywhere within this range and I make money. I'm just saying, let's it get to 110 by, let's say we get some big news next week or some news today or this weekend. By next Friday, look at the profit, 174. So you can see now, if it just gets down to, look at what, 117, that's 140. It overshoots 105, 151. You guys can see. Now let's go out to March 31st, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Now it's at 205. Right. So that's the thing about this trade. The more time it takes to, we actually want it to, I want it to take its time to get to my profit target. I just think that this is a great use of capital, in my opinion, if you have a bear sentiment and you want to kind of take a shot. And if you can double up what you pay, or sometimes in this case, depending on how long it take, even triple what you pay, you only need to be right maybe 50% of the time to stay a profitable trader. So this is something that I put this on. I put this on today, and then I did send it out when I did it. Probably right now to do this trade, I probably would make even more. It would be cheaper because the market has gone up some, which is cool. I'm still bearish. I just don't believe, just looking at this, I got a hard time believing that this market just gonna turn around. I got divergence on the oscillator, so meaning like price. So if we drew a trend line from up here, you know, price continued to go higher, right? So if you looking at this, price went higher, but then the oscillator went lower. So it lost momentum as it was going up. Couple that with a bear flag. Hey, I got to take, those are the setups that I take, and I take them constantly. Also, I'm still in the IWM position. Um, I don't know if I sent this out because this was much more, because it's at this point, it's already past that 1618. And you see it's pulling back today. But I don't think that the downward action is done. So I'm gonna sit in this trade. It's possible I could lose the whole amount, but that's fine. Um, I'm sitting in this trade. My next level down here is right around 168, and I'm gonna hold until we get to that level, or I'll just, I'll risk the whole amount. I think I paid a little bit more for this one. This was a butterfly, a broken wing that I paid 195 for. And I was up on this trade, obviously when it was down here, but I want to hold. I'm not buying that this, because think about it. They are taking funds and they're trying to bail out. They're bailing out banks. Like, call it any other name, call it what you want to call it. You don't have to call it a bailout if you don't want to. You're taking money and you're giving money to banks. Why would you be infusing them with capital, right? If you didn't think something was wrong. So I'm gonna stick with these bearish positions. Now I did get long gold. You're gonna see on gold look like it's getting ready to break out. So gold, I just got a basic call spread on, and I did it in the gold futures. I'm out here 40 days. Now that just gives me time. I think it's gonna. I came out here and put it on at this area out here. It's just giving me time. That's all. It's gonna give me more time for gold to get to where I think it can get, which I actually think that gold is gonna make it. So I think it's gonna go push past the 2,000 mark, but I think it's at least gonna get up there. So I'll be able to close that trade out profitably if it does that. And that's pretty much it. So those are the positions that I have on now. And we got a little rally today. The market is going to, very rarely do you see markets just go straight down or straight up. So you just have to be a little patient and put time on your side, which is why I like to mix in buying and selling options. Once again, I'm going to go back to the 2-year. I really don't, if we just doing some Fed talk, like what are they going to do next week? Now, the ECB, they raised, Christine Lagarde spoke earlier today. They raised 50 basis points. They said they were going to raise 50 basis points and they did it. So is Jerome Powell going to do that? Now, the market is telling us that he's not. Now, because yields are dropping, right? So, or something is broken in the market, because if he raises interest rates, these yields should shoot up. That may or may not kill my trade. I don't know how that's going to make the banks react though. It could make the banks react in a positive way and the banks go up too. But if these banks is still in that trade, like if these banks are still haven't unwound their books yet, that the same type of spread trade and the treasuries that SVB was had on, if they haven't I don't know if they would have done that by now. I don't know, I don't know how they would have done that. It's a little bit more favorable today than it was then. So maybe they've cut their losses. But if not, then they're gonna get even more upside down if this yield pops. So I don't know if that's gonna make the banks I don't know if that's gonna make JP Morgan and Goldman. I don't know if that's gonna make them pop or not. But to be honest with you, I'm willing to take that. I'm taking the other side, the bet that it's not, that you may get a little bit of a pullback. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Like, this is Goldman Sachs right here. So, obviously we sitting right here at some support right around here. You got support right here, so that's why we're slowing down. It ain't like it's a big bounce. It's just slowing down. So we'll be watching, and obviously, something come out. I have another video probably tomorrow. Talk about the market. Might do a little bit of intraday trading on Fridays. Was scalping some options, and also I am working on a video for the members to go over the use of like condors and butterflies and why I like them, and give a little bit more in depth on how to place those and how I find where to place those in the market. And so, guys, if you got something out of this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and be comfortable with your risk. Trade small. When you trade small and you lose a small trade, it don't bother you. You don't have to worry about closing it early. But when you trade big and lose, it does something to you psychologically. And it's hard to trade taking big losses. So it's, when you take a small loss, you just move to the next trade and you just keep it moving. So that would be my advice, especially right now with the way the market is right now. It's a lot going on in the markets today. And the banks are at the forefront. So even if I'm buying now, I get, what? Before I end this video, let's take a look at, there is one stock that I like that I am bullish on, right? Let's take a look at CRM. I think I may have talked about this a while back, but let's see. I'm gonna pull up some targets for CRM. All right. Now CRM, it had good earnings about a couple weeks ago, and it gapped up, right? It hit a target, hit a price target, pulled back. Now, the next target is right here at around 212. I would probably take profit at 210. I do think that it's going to make it up to 210. It's not a bad trade. It's an expensive stock though. So just depends on how you want to play it. So if you want to add some positive delta, this might be a way to do it. You can buy shares, however you want to do it, right? But no trade. That's not a trade rate. I'm not in this stock right now. I am looking at it. I was looking at trying to think how I want to play this, right? And I thought about just buying shares, but I don't know how I want to play this particular stock. But I do. It does have a bullish setup to me. So I just want to throw that out there, just so you guys don't think that everything I do is bearish. I do have some bullish stuff that I'm into. And with that, guys, I'm gonna be out. Peace.